So we're at Little Pigeon Park down on Lake Superior, close to the Canada-US border. Kayaks loaded up down by the lake, and over the next 6-7 days, going to make my way back to Thunder Bay, check out a few of the campsites along the way, and maybe hop out to the islands, have a little fun, and should be a blast. Morning, loving to you. Thank you to Adam for the drive out. I appreciate it. Just paddle back in, pick up the camera. Go way back. Continue on to the first night's campsite. So as I'm uploading my GoPro files, I had a handheld camera and a GoPro. Some of the GoPro files are not working, so there's going to be some gaps in the content. Sorry about that, but nothing I can do about it at this point. On we go. So to elaborate a little more about the day, it ended up being about, I think, a 15-kilometer paddle. Got a little wavy towards the end. Beach I started going in to camp on was not the campsite I thought it was. I'll talk more about that later, but anyways, it did not go as planned. It was a steep cobblestone beach, surf landing that should have been super easy, and botched it. Boat went sideways, took on water in the cockpit. Next wave started to wash it back out. And had a heck of a time getting the boat back up on land and emptied out of water, and it was not a good start to the trip, and kind of demoralized. Anyways, things got better after that, so stay tuned. Hey folks, it's Joe again. So it's a little after, I think it's around 8:30 p.m., October 27th. It's a Thursday night. So I'm camped out here on Lake Superior. And as you heard earlier from the earlier parts of the video, the day started out okay, and then the landing was not ideal, and yeah, so mixed emotions about day one, but here we are, camp's all set up, had a little bite to eat. It's a bit on the tired side, so I didn't even cook up a good meal, but I had a couple of pepperette sticks and a few snacks. Couple glasses of wine and lots of water, and the tent is all set up. I got the candle lantern going over there, and yeah, I got a new candle lantern. Last year I was using a single candle candle lantern, and that worked well, helping to hold some heat in the tent. This year I upgraded the tent to a 4-season, and I also upgraded the old candle lantern, the UCO candle lantern, to what they call the candelier, which holds 3 candles. And I've got that in the tent now. It's just a single candle. It's only supposed to drop to about plus 4 degrees tonight or so. It was plus 6 forecast in Thunder Bay. Out here right on the lake, it should be a couple degrees lower, but that's still not bad. So I've only got 1 candle. If we get some cooler nights, I want to see how warm it'll be in there. It was 3 candles going. They're 9-hour candles, and based on last year, it was that 3-season tent that was all mesh, and 1 candle made quite a difference. So real curious to see what this will do. And yeah, so this is day 1. I'm going to call it a night here very soon. I was up late last night getting ready, stressed out all the little details, and finding this piece of gear, where to put that piece of gear, getting it all put together and ready to go today. And but yeah, here we are, and having a good time. The trip plan did change. I didn't mention that earlier. When I was talking in the last video, the plan was to paddle right out from Thunder Bay and paddle down and back, but I ended up getting a ride with a buddy of mine, Adam, and he dropped me off down close to the border here in Pigeon Bay, and started my trip from there. And I'm just going to take my time paddling back up. And right now, I see my battery is on dead. It's just about to go out, so I'm going to call it a night for now. Take this into the tent, recharge it on my battery pack, and get some sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers. So I was going to talk more about the botched surf landing earlier in the day in this video, but instead I'm going to wait and do a separate video just sitting back and talking to you about that, about what went wrong and a little bit of background. First kayak camping trip in many years. The last several years have been all canoe tripping, and I realized today on day one of this trip that my timing was a little bit off and the flexibility wasn't there, and I just made a series of mistakes, but we'll go over that later. Talk to you soon.